Okay, hello. This is American Contractor. Today is December 25th, Christmas Day, 2019. Got a new article out here coming from a publication out in the Middle East. Iraq's largest political bloc nominates Basra governor to take top position. So we'll see what this article has to say. The governor of Basra was nominated on Wednesday to serve as Iraq's next prime minister, report said, despite the republic's refusal to accept a political figure to head the next government. Rising public anger at the poor quality of public services, corruption, and unemployment have led to mass protests across Baghdad and southern provinces over the past few months. More than 450 people have been killed and thousands injured since the anti-government movement began on October 1st. Asad al-Idani, the former Minister of Youth and Sports, is the latest candidate to be chosen by Parliament's Benna bloc, led by Iranian-backed politician Hadi al-Amiri. Quote, President Barham Salih is now in meeting with the al-Adini, an Iraqi official said on Wednesday. The public may reject his nomination. The Benna bloc previously nominated Mohammed al-Sudani, a former member of the country's Islamic Dawa party, to take the position, but protesters fiercely reject him. Qusay al-Suhail, who served as a higher education minister in the government of Mr. Abdul Mahdi, was also nominated but was opposed by the public for his ties with Iran. Outgoing Premier Abdul Mahdi resigned last month, and talks over his post have been deadlocked after a series of deadlines to name a new prime minister expired at midnight on Sunday. The Iraqi parliament, two blocs of political parties, the Iranian-backed Benna and Sarun, backed by the populist and anti-Iranian cleric Muqtada al-Sadr, have been closely involved in backroom deals during the past few days. The two dispute which party has the most seats because it was never made clear in the current parliament, and some politicians have frequently switched allegiance. Any candidate will need to be backing of both blocs to progress and begin trying to form a government. The development came as Parliament passed a new electoral law on Tuesday in an attempt to calm public frustration. Mr. Sadr said the new amendments will get rid of corrupt parties. The passing of law is a demand of the people, and we are patiently waiting for the Electoral Commission to be truly independent, Mr. al-Sadr said late on Tuesday. The development will allow voters to elect individual politicians instead of choosing from party lists. In addition, each member of the parliament will get to represent a specific electoral district instead of groups of legislators. But the amendments alone will not be enough to please the protesters. Quote, if the same parties remain in power and use the threat of violence to rule, then a new election law is redundant in protesters' eyes, said Sajjad Jihad, the managing director of the Bahan, an Iraq-based think tank. Although the passing of the new election law is seen as a positive step, it needs further legislation to fully support it, an Iraqi official who chose to remain anonymous told The National. There need to be laws that monitor and review the financial spending of the political parties. This needs to be done under the UN supervision, otherwise corruption will continue. Protesters have demanded to not just a new electoral law, but also the removal of the entire ruling elite, seen as enriching itself off the state and serving foreign powers, above all Iran, as many Iraqis languish in poverty without jobs, healthcare, or education, and an independent premier with no party affiliation. After dwindling in recent weeks following a string of killings and kidnappings, the movement has regained momentum at a time when political factions are jockeying over a replacement for outgoing Prime Minister Adel Abdel Mahdi. Demonstrations were held on Tuesday night in several southern provinces, with many still determined to enact real political changes in the country. Protesters marched in Baghdad Tahrir Square, Nasiriyah, and Basra, chanting, "The parliament's largest bloc has demonstrators' blood on its hands." In Diwaniyah, demonstrators torched political party's office. People set fire to the headquarters of the ruling Dawa party and Badr organization, whose leaders are all vying to form the next government. They also burnt the office of the Shia militia group Asab al-Haq. Now we'll see if the governor of Basra will be the next prime minister. They passed the electoral law, and now they're going to be electing, individuals instead of political parties or political lists. That's what was happening before. When Iraqis would go to vote, they would vote for, the Republican Party or the Democrat Party. There won't be no name there. They're just voting for their party. So if they got so many seats, so many parties, then they'd rule that area, or rule that portion of the government. So now they're just going by individuals. We'll just see what happens. I think individuals can still be corrupt. So we'll see what happens. I don't know. I haven't heard anything about the protesters, what they think about the Basra governor. We'll just see. But if you like this video, please comment below, thumbs up, give me a thumbs up, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. This channel is steadily growing. Google has not gotten it out of the tank yet, but like I said, they blocked a lot of my videos, and they demonetized everything. So trying to get it back up in good graces and see what happens. Thank you for watching.